So I did have on my flyer, because when I do make flyers, I'm just randomly grabbing things like, well, you know, it's about the Divine Feminine, and it's about the Kundalini experiences, and it's about all of these things. What are some of the definitions that you have heard or that you have about the Divine Feminine?
My wife.
Uh-huh. Well, that's a really nice one. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it comes through. Yeah. Sometimes it comes through all of us.
It's a different level of compassion than, say, like Buddha compassion or Christ compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a more all-encompassing, enveloping kind of softness.
Yeah. So you're talking about feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How else can you talk about the Divine Feminine? I mean, we could talk about it through story and archetype, right? The stories that we've been given about the Divine Feminine and who the representatives are. But the direct experience of the Divine Feminine is frequency, and it's love. And we're not used to that level of love. We've pushed it out. We've pushed it away because in order to be in the world, we have to adapt to a very, very small bandwidth.
I kind of see it as something that's been lost, in the world for thousands of years, and it's something that's just sort of cutting back,
Mm-hmm.
in what a circle, or I don't know, just kind of feeling about it, that it's something that the patriarchal energies have sort of squelched over the millennium.
True, but we've also agreed to it because we don't know of anything else unless we have an actual feeling. If we have the feeling, then, oh, like a flower, oh, there's water, oh, there's sunshine, yes. And you would say yes to this frequency. But yes, lost.
It's always been there, it's just
Yes.
sort of been, dormant.
Dormant is a good word. How do we identify with something that we have forgotten? So we continue to support each other in identifying with only a little sliver of our consciousness. The Santa Fe word is woo-woo. And it's true. It does sound that way if you're just listening to language. If you're just listening to words, it does sound wacko. We practice on our own with the honesty and knowing what we're feeling, watching the thoughts, and then we begin to practice that with each other. To notice when we pop into an image of what we've created of ourselves. Happy face person, everything's great. But really the feeling inside is, life sucks right now. It totally sucks. I mean, that kind of honesty. Divine Feminine is, for me, came in increments to where I had to get used to it, I had to adapt to it. And that's where the name Adapting to Grace came from, because I became ultra aware that I was getting help. And that I don't consciously remember asking for, but I did. Getting help adapting to these frequencies. And the reason why we bring the 2012 Mayan end of time into it is because this is what's happening. And this is going to happen to more and more of us. Let's actively engage in this. Let's get the ball rolling and let's start getting conscious. Now, we're so used to things happening to us, we've totally forgotten how to have that fountainhead that Rumi talks about. Begin in our own hearts, in our own consciousness, and flow out. And to practice doing that with each other. You see, we keep it all inside. We keep it to ourselves because it's not welcome here. We've decided it's not welcome here. We've got to change that thinking, that it's not welcome here. We're the ones who are going to change it and make it welcome here. We have to do it. We're so accustomed to everyone telling us what we should feel, what we should think, what we should do, that we're never given permission. And permission's a big one. So few of us are given permission to, first of all, be who we really are, to even practice that, and then be that in the world, thereby changing the world. It's the only way we're gonna change the world, is if we say, okay, I'm ready. I'm willing to do my part. I'm willing to be honest. I'm willing to say, you know what? This stuff is happening to me. I don't know what it is. I don't call it God necessarily. It doesn't fit into religion. It doesn't fit into New Age. It doesn't fit into anywhere that's ever existed before in my life. What do I do with that? Well, what I came to is that I have to be it. Start asking yourself, what is real? This is real. This feels real. My feelings are real. And I believe that's why this practice has come out, that to dialogue with your feelings. And now I feel that it has something to do with activating your pineal and your endocrine system.
It's easy to have a feeling and then start going down a path of thoughts.
Yes, it is.
And
Be aware of it.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling this, but really what I'm doing is thinking this.
The thinking kicks in,
Yeah.
and to just notice it. Don't judge it. Don't go, oh, shit, start thinking again. You know, it's mostly just, oh, look at that. Look at the thoughts started coming in. Well, here's why it's encouraged that you feel and keep it in feeling. Thought is rooted in the past. Feelings are right here, right now. That's the present moment. You're engaging with the present moment. And when you're in the present moment long enough, other things start to happen. It's like what I say in the presentation, on the Saturday presentations. It's like all of a sudden the cosmos can find you because you're here. When we're in thought, we're in the past, or we're projecting from the past into the future, right? Yeah. Which is based on images, not necessarily what's real. And this is where most of our fear comes from, is thoughts. What if, what if, what if, what if? Okay, and you just unravel each feeling like that. And then eventually you'll get to a place where you've unraveled it all the way and you're going to feel something that feels like love. And it feels like you're not alone. And then that's where insight and inspiration comes from. If we can stay here long enough to allow that to unravel. So the universe and universal love and the divine feminine, whatever you want to call it, can find you and support you. I only know what I know actually. You guys all have to know through your actual experiences. You'll have your knowings. I'm here to just tell my story and share what I've discovered. And what I cannot wait for is that we're all talking about what we're discovering in our knowings, in our revelations with frequency, in our recollection of who we are, who we really are, and then to reinforce that in each other. And put all these pieces together. You always knew it was